everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. So today it's going to be a singles love prediction. What are the upcoming changes in your love life? Now, I didn't put a time frame on this. If a time frame comes up in your oracle, we will address it then. But this is just open-ended, so these changes could be occurring soon. Within the next year, next 6 months, 3 months, whatever the case may be, just whenever you're meant to enter into a new cycle, experience some significant changes in your love life, that will be the time frame. So, if it comes up in your reading, we'll address it. Otherwise, you can set an intention now for when you would like this reading to be talking about, but for the most part, we'll just be talking about whenever you're meant to enter into your next cycle. So I hope that makes sense. We have 3 groups to choose from today. For pile 1, we have this bookmark. It says, "You are the finest, loveliest, tenderest, and most beautiful person I have ever known." And even that is an understatement. So this is an F. Scott Fitzgerald quote. And then for pile 2, we have, "To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction." And then for pile 3, we have coffee, the most important meal of the day. Very cute. So take a moment, pause the video, meditate on the bookmarks if you need to. Timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always. And yeah, let's get into it. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So for you, you have the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Empress, the 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. How funny is it that you got the 4 and the 5 of Cups? So with the 4 of Cups being your first card that came out, I do feel like there's been definitely some boredom, some dissatisfaction, some grief, some loss, some disappointment. Also with the 5 of Cups here, it kind of feels like what's being offered to you is not what you're wanting. So maybe you've been on dating apps, or you've been set up on blind dates, or people have approached you or tried to make some sort of romantic proposal towards you, asked you out on a date, flirted with you, asked for your phone number, and either like you've been oblivious to it, you don't like what's being offered, you're like, if this is what's on the table, no thank you, I would rather be single. And I think a lot of it is part of this feeling of loss and disappointment at what has happened so far in the past for you. But another part of it is just that you're not willing to lower your standards and your expectations because you're not wanting to go through this again. Like in both of these cards here, you're not settling for less. You're not settling for these breadcrumbs. You're like, no, like I deserve better than that. And if it means that I am alone and isolated on my own island, then fine. Like it's just, you would rather be single than to settle for anything less. And the Empress energy is so empowered. You're like, nope, like I'll just wait, I'll just hold back. I'm not going to be limited and think to myself, yes, I deserve breadcrumbs. I'm not going to be stuck and stagnant with the same type of person over and over again. I'm not going to repeat the same old cycles. I'm not going to settle for people who I'm not compatible with, people who I'm not genuinely in love with, people who treat me poorly, people who aren't deserving of my love because, they have some sort of immaturity or we want different things. You're just not willing to settle for less. You know your worth and you're willing to wait. You're like, I'll just stay here on my fancy cushion in my own garden and I'll just sit back and wait for the right circumstance, the right person to come along. And with the 2 of Wands here, the unicorn hasn't started out on this journey, right? The unicorn is contemplating, and given that you have the Empress here, I feel like you're wishing and you're thinking about it, but I don't actually think you plan to go anywhere. With the Empress card being here, like, I don't think that you plan on seeking anyone out. I feel like you're waiting for the right person to come along. I don't feel like you're in this energy that you're out there actively searching and looking for someone. You know, I just feel like you're like, meh. Like, even if you're signed up for dating apps, I don't see you like checking it every day all the time. You're just like, meh. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, like, you're waiting for your person and that's it. You know, like, you're not settling for less. You're not, you know, settling for casual flings in the meantime, or situationships that aren't fulfilling. You know, it's just not your headspace right now. You know, it's just not what you're wanting. You're wanting an emperor. You're wanting someone who is your equal, someone who can stand beside you, and someone who has something to offer that you actually want. And I think it's a result of your past. You know, you're like, nope, you know, I'm not going through the same old, and ending up in this 4 and 5 of cups over and over again. I'm not doing it, and I'm not going to allow someone else to trick me into thinking that I deserve less than what I actually deserve. So that's it. You know, and you chose like the most romantic of the bookmarks. So this is what you're waiting for. Like, you're waiting for someone who looks at you like you're the whole world, and that's just that. Let's get into your oracle now. We have patience, codependency, and rejection. Yeah, like, you're being very discerning. You know, if someone's not lighting your fire, you're saying no. And if you have experienced a lot of rejection and codependency in your past, you're not repeating that same cycle. You don't want to feel chained to the wrong person. You want to feel like you have the freedom and the ability to choose the right person, and you are patiently waiting. With the Empress there, like, you're sitting in this lush, beautiful garden, and you're, you know, doing you, living your best life, and you're just patiently waiting. And if you're struggling with patience, this is the energy that Spirit wants you to be in. Spirit wants you to take care of yourself, pamper yourself, make yourself your #1 priority. I mean, this is your time to really just focus on you and your desires, and the love will come when it's meant to come. And the only thing that's being asked of you right now is for you to be patient. We have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Surrender to the divine, full moon, and show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Yeah, it's time for you to be authentically yourself. You know, pour all that love into you. Aquarius is the water bearer. So pour that love. What is water? Love, emotion. You know, fill up your own cup. Pour all that love that you were giving away to these second, third-rate people who weren't deserving of it, people who were liars or cheaters, or people who put up false facades and all that. Pour that love into you and save that love for yourself, because you deserve the full force of your own love. Like, you deserve to feel that one good time. And with this Leo energy here, like, Leo knows all about self-care. Like, step into that energy, follow your heart, listen to what you want to do. And in terms of don't let your pride get in the way here, like, don't succumb to what other people are saying. Like, if other people are saying, like, why are you still single, or you're not even trying, or, you know, your standards are too high, or whatever. Like, if people are trying to pressure you, don't succumb to it. Like, hold your head up high and say, like, no, I know what I deserve, I know my worth, and that's that, and it's not your business. Like, don't feel like you have to be in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship because of your pride. Like, no, you are the king of the jungle, right? Like, you got this. You are totally good on your own. And it's interesting too, you got 2 opposite signs here. So it's about that balance, you know? Balancing out that self-love and then connecting with the divine too. And it's this authenticity that I think is so important, because when you step into this energy of being authentically you, I mean, of course you're going to call forth things that are then in the highest alignment for you, right? So take this time to really get to know yourself. And like I said, pamper yourself, take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself. And just surrender to the divine, because really your spirit guides are working very hard to bring you exactly the type of person that you deserve, exactly the love that you deserve. So if you're wanting your future spouse, a soulmate connection, twin flame, like whatever it is that you're wanting, surrender to the divine, because they want to bring this into you. And the Empress is all about divine femininity and receiving something. You know, she's receptive. So be open to receiving this gift from the universe, this blessing in the form of love, the person that you deserve and the person who deserves you. Okay, we have finances, focus on career, money, workaholic. We have universe again, trust in the universe, divine timing. I mean, these are two of the same messages, surrender to the divine and trust in the universe, divine timing. I mean, that's kind of cool. And we have truth, honest, faithful, clarity, and confession. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, in the meantime, focus on your goals, your financial stability, you know, what you're desiring. Focus on your goals outside of love, you know, whether that be in your career or personal self-development goals would also be, you know, something to work on. And live in your own truth, that authenticity that we were talking about. And pursue connections that feel good to you outside of romantic love, you know, like authentic friendships, you know. Maybe take this time to repair some relationships with family members if that resonates, you know. But I feel like you're also calling forth someone who's going to be faithful and authentic and true to you. Okay. We have don't stop and a year from now. So this is what I was talking about in the intro. Like, if we were to get a card like this, then that's great, but otherwise I was gonna leave the timing kind of open-ended for you all. So you got a specific time frame, which, you know, may not necessarily happen in the other groups, but a year from now. So a year from now is when you can expect the love interest to come in. But Spirit is saying don't stop, like don't stop believing in love, don't lose your faith. And this is just the current status of it. Remember, when we talk about tarot and oracle readings, we're talking about your current energy as of today. So for some of you, you might be like, great, like a year from now, like that gives me time to do me, time to enjoy myself, time for me to work on my goals, get my life together. For others of you, you may feel like that's a long ways off. So you have the power, you know, to change this if you want to an extent, you know. But I think in general, like given the fact that we have two cards talking about divine timing, I would say not necessarily that this is set in stone, but more so like don't fight this. Like if this is ballpark when it's gonna happen for you, that you're gonna meet someone that's, you know, checking off all your boxes and getting you out of that 5 and 4 of Cups energy, then fantastic, you know? Like it's not that far off. And you have to remember, when it comes to divine timing, it's not just about when you're ready, it's about when your future partner is ready as well. Maybe they have some healing or some things they need to clear out before you can come into union. And Spirit has that higher perspective. And you know, there have definitely been times in my own life when I thought I was ready for something, not even just in terms of love, but I thought I was ready for something, and then I found out like, oh, maybe I'm not quite as healed from that past situation as I thought I was. You know, maybe I'm not quite as prepared as I thought I was. So maybe just give this some thought. You know, for some of you, like I said, you're going to be happy with this. Others of you, that's going to make you nervous or sad or disappointed. But it's about acceptance and it's about patience. I mean, you got patience, surrender to the divine, and the universe card, trust and divine timing. So, you know, I hope you're not disappointed by this, but I hope that you take it in stride and see it for what it is. But this is the most important message here. Don't stop. Like, don't stop believing in the possibility of you having that 10 of Cups. You know, the rainbow's here. You have the potential to have just bliss, you know, happiness and a connection. So keep holding out for this. Like, you know, your future partner is worth waiting for. Hold out for this. Final card to end your reading. Serendipity. Okay, so you guys should definitely watch the rom-com Serendipity. I definitely recommend. It's not really I think it's just more of a romantic movie. I don't know that it's necessarily that funny. But watch Serendipity. I love that movie. For those of you who don't know, Serendipity is sort of like this coming together at the exact right moment. You know, it's serendipitous. You know, like a serendipitous meeting would be like two soulmates having this sort of meet cute that you see in the rom-coms. You know, like that kind of energy of like, we could have just missed each other. You know, like all these little details, all these puzzle pieces had to align perfectly for us to meet each other. You know, like it could be like one of you is traveling and you just so happen to be on vacation at that exact same spot. So like neither one of you live there, but you just so happen to meet each other. And like maybe your hotel reservation got canceled and you had to find another hotel last minute. And then you just happen to be walking past this person in the lobby and you bump into each other and your luggage falls everywhere and they say, "Hi, I'm so sorry I bumped into you." And then they offer to buy you a drink and the rest is history. Like that's a serendipitous meeting. So this is in your future. This is in your cards, right? I love making that pun. But this is it. Like you have gotten so many messages. What, 1, 2, 3, 4 messages now about divine timing? I mean, just surrender to the divine. Hand it over. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. It's on its way to you, and it's going to be a love story that is a story worth telling. This is sort of like the love of your life kind of moment, pile 1. So it may not happen on your time, but it's going to happen when it's meant to, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, pile 1, this was your reading. Please comment down below if you would like more singles readings. I hope that this reading made sense. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads or do any of the other things that I just listed out. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. Take care, pile 1. Best of luck to you in love. I am wishing you patience because I know it can be tricky and difficult, and some days are harder than others. Take care, pile 1, and I'll see you in my next one. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So, wow, like looking at your spread, this looks so positive. You've got the 9 of Cups, the Fool, the 7 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So, given the fact that we have 2 court cards here, I feel like it's safe to say that one of these energies is you, and the other energy could be a future partner. So the King of Pentacles is a divine masculine energy. Remember, when we talk about energy, we're not talking about gender. So think Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Earth sign energy for the King of Pentacles. And then the Queen of Wands, divine feminine energy. This is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So this is fire sign energy. What a match. So it may seem like an odd couple, right? Like earth sign energy and this fire sign energy, but it's an even match, a king and a queen, right? Like these are both people who are equally mature, equally ready for a commitment, right? These are like mature energies, you know, a king and a queen. And I will say here, this is a complete fresh start in love. So the Fool talks about new love. So I don't think that this is a past partner. You know, it could be someone that you know from your past, but it's definitely not someone who is an ex or that you had a past romantic connection with, okay? And I will also say, like, the Queen of Wands, like, she's very fun-loving, she's charismatic, she's creative, she's, you know, sociable, she is chatty, she is funny and quirky and full of just passion and life and warmth, and she can be nurturing in her own way, but she can also be fiery and feisty. I love the Queen of Wands, if you can't tell. And then the King of Pentacles, I like him too. He's, you know, grounded and practical and stable and hardworking, and he has his ducks in a row, you know? Like, he's someone that you can count on, you know? He's someone who is reliable and he's honest, and, you know, he's not gonna play mind games or keep you guessing, you know? Like, you know what you get. What you see is what you get with the King of Pentacles, which is nice in love, you know? He's not trying to pull a fast one. He's not smooth talking you. He's very blunt to the point, like, this is what it is. But he also appreciates beauty. He is an earth sign. So, lots of good stuff going on. I will say, like, for some of you here, there could be a little bit of a financial financial difference here. Maybe you're indifferent to the financial difference. Pardon me. The Nine of Pentacles talks about wealth. You know, this is financial abundance. This is security. So maybe like the King of Pentacles could be like financially really secure. And maybe this Queen of Wands, you know, she's still working on her garden. She's still growing. She's the Queen of Wands. She'll get there. She'll get there to the Nine of Pentacles. She has the creativity to her. But maybe she's not quite there yet, you know, she's patiently waiting, she's hard at work on it, but she's not quite there yet. So that could be something that just comes up a little bit, or maybe something to consider in the relationship. But I definitely feel like, I feel like the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are going together, and the Queen of Wands is going with the Seven of Pentacles. It's just the energy I'm picking up on. But I feel like she's well on her way to success, and it could be the King of Pentacles helps her in some way, maybe gives some practical advice or something, or even just encouragement and support that allows her to go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Nine. But there just could be a difference in finances, but I don't see it as being a big deal at all. Just something to be aware of. And with this Nine of Cups here, I mean, next to the Fool too. So the Fool talks about hope and optimism and a leap of faith, right? Butterflies in your stomach, you know, new love. And the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. So this is a wish fulfillment. This is a wish coming true in love. This is a fresh start in love, a whole new cycle in love. So this person, whether you're the Queen of Wands or they're the Queen of Wands, their wish come true. So this next partnership is going to feel like a wish come true. And this is very different than Pile 1. Pile 1 didn't get very much information at all. Like their reading was like shrouded in secrecy. And their reading was essentially like, divine timing, be patient, we'll get back to you. Like that was Pile 1. Your reading is very grounded. Like, this is what you can expect. This is the type of person that you're bringing in. Here you go. Like, it's a very, very different reading here. I don't know what that was on the desk over there. There was just a spontaneous noise. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. Okay, so let's get into your oracle now. We have hope. This person is everything you've been hoping for. Like, just straight off the bat. Communication and memories. So with this memories card, this could be like, you know, this person from your past, like maybe they were an old acquaintance, maybe you went to school with them and you guys reminisce and feel a feeling of nostalgia with them. This could also just be talking about like you're gonna make so many beautiful memories with this person. Like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, like I could see them having a lot of fun adventures together, and also because they're kind of an odd couple, pushing each other just enough outside of your comfort zone, you know? So that could be really good. I think with communication here, this could be signaling that maybe you'll hear from this person soon, or maybe this could even be long distance, and maybe there's a lot of phone calls or a lot of texting or messaging. Maybe you meet this person online. That could be a thing, or communication just starts online, like maybe they reach out to you via Instagram, something like that. So just take whatever resonates. It's going to vary because it's a general reading, but I'm just trying to say everything that I'm seeing. Okay. We have emotions are running high, supermoon, and the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. It makes sense to me that you would get this card given that you had the Fool in your tarot, because the Fool is 0 in the tarot deck. So in the major arcana, the Fool is the first card. He is the one starting out. That's why it's called the Fool's Journey. So you're ending a tough cycle and you're starting a whole new cycle in love. That's why I said it's a new love. So even if you knew this person before, this isn't someone that you had a past romantic connection with. And they're just representing a brighter future. Again, like they're your hope for the future. They are a wish come true. Like it's a very positive, very positive. Emotions are running high. This doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? Like with new love, emotions are running high. Like you're anxious, right? You're nervous about it. You got butterflies in your stomach. You're like, oh my gosh, what are they thinking? You know, you're dumb and in love. Like it's, you know, your serotonin and your dopamine going crazy. Like there's a lot of emotions. There's excitement, you know, there's this feeling of being understood, you know, this feeling of being seen. I think that is so beautiful. So yeah, emotions are running high, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And I think if anything, for those of you who've been feeling quite stuck and stagnant and just, you know, unfulfilled in love, this is going to be a very welcome change. You know, you're going to be feeling things that you haven't maybe ever felt before, or that you haven't felt in quite a long time, you know, like the passion is coming in, the romance is coming in. It's going to be quite beautiful. And I mean, a full moon and a super moon, that is just, it's beautiful. You're going to feel so fulfilled. Okay. We have self-love. You are enough. Know your worth. Embody positivity. We have balance, work-life, even ground. And we have life partner, love of a lifetime and stable. That's the King of Pentacles. I mean, that's like life partner material. Not to say the Queen of Wands isn't as well. She would be the love of a lifetime, and the King of Pentacles would be the stable. Let's put it that way. But I really, really love that you got balance in the center here. And then you have self-love and life partner, like literally balancing a love for a partner with the love for yourself. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is the type of connection where through loving them, you come to know and love yourself even more deeply. Like it feels like it adds to your own love. It's not depleting you. It's not draining you. It's not sucking the life out of you, you know? So it feels very reciprocal, very balanced, very, you know, as equal give and take as we can get. So yeah, I feel like this is a connection where, you know, if you're interested in marriage or a life partner, you know, a long-term commitment, this is definitely, you know, fertile ground for that to grow. You know, you can build a solid foundation together. This is a relationship that has the potential for longevity and marriage, even family if you were interested in that, absolutely. And I don't feel like this connection is going to, this connection isn't going to step on your independence, you know, it's not going to prevent you from taking care of yourself, you know, and yeah, there may be some moments of insecurity in the beginning, like, are they as interested in me as I am in them? But I think that as it progresses, you're going to see, and they're going to make it very clear to you how they feel about you, regardless of who you resonated with. Like the King of Pentacles, very direct, not going to play games. What you see is what you get. Queen of Wands, she's quite blunt. So, you know, she's a fire sign. She's going to say how she feels. She can't help it. You're going to see it on her face regardless. So, again, when I say she and him, I'm just talking about the energy, you know? Like, don't think of that as like a gender pronoun. But anyway, so yeah, so I think regardless, both sides of this relationship are going to be very clear about what they're wanting. Okay. We have recovery. And we have perfect timing. So this person is going to come in at the perfect time. You know, kind of similar to pile 1 in that little aspect, that there is some divine timing coming forward here. And you can see the little time, what's it, the sands of time. God, what's that called? Why can't I think of the name for that? Anyway, perfect timing. This person's gonna come in at the perfect time. So at this, you know, this is, I guess, written here on your bookmark, right? Like, just get out of the way and let Spirit handle it. You know, Spirit is gonna deliver this person to you like the perfect gift, and just be ready to receive it, you know? And in the meantime, you just work on your healing, whatever you need to work on, just focus on that. And I feel like this connection is very restorative, you know? It feels like you are recovering your belief and your faith and love via this connection, okay? All right. And then for your final card, we have intimacy. So yes, I think that this is going to be a connection that is fulfilling across every possible aspect. So physically, you're going to feel fulfilled. You know, the physical intimacy is going to be what you need it to be. Emotional intimacy, you're going to feel understood. You know, intellectually, you're going to be evenly matched. You know, your conversations are going to be quality conversations, you know, like you can joke around with this person, you can have deep philosophical talks, you can have talks about deep emotional wounds. Like, regardless, you're just going to have those quality conversations. You know, this person's presence is going to energize you, not deplete you. You know, your love languages are going to be compatible. Like, everything feels like, in terms of the intimacy, even the spiritual connection, like everything is going to be quite fulfilling. All right, so pile 2, I don't see how pile 3 can top this one because your reading was amazing. But yes, so please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. I would like to express so much gratitude and thanks to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. You make it possible for me to do what I need to do. And, you know, hopefully we continue to grow and I can do this full time and make even more content for you. Eventually, one day, I would like to do personal readings and have a Patreon and do the whole thing. So, you know, that's the goal. What else did I want to say? Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you today. I really enjoyed being in this energy. It put a smile on my face and made me giggle a lot. So thank you for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Best of luck to you and take care, Pile 2. Hi Pile 3, so if you chose the coffee pug bookmark, you are in the right place. So we have the King of Wands, the Strength card. We have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So quite a lot going on. I will say your energy feels a lot more scattered. Like, even though you clicked on a love reading, I feel like your focus is not fully on love. And even just in terms of your, even in terms of your energy, like reading Pile 2 and then coming into yours, I kind of understand why I was drawn to the coffee bookmark for you all, because it feels like you're managing a lot and you need the energy. Like you know, like this is kind of like go, 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 go. You know, with the Five of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, like Seven of Wands, you've been battling a lot for a long time and you're trying to keep a bunch of different things under control and you're on guard and you're tense and you're working hard. Eight of Wands, a lot of things are coming at you at one time. Yes, this tends to talk about positive change, things we've been wanting, but it's still a lot to manage all at once, okay? And then you have the Five of Swords, which talks about maybe winning a battle, but not necessarily the war. So you know these other two unicorns may return and fight you on something again, but for today, you can rest a little bit, you've won. And you may have had to win by ways that you're not necessarily proud of. You know, you may have lost your temper or said something you wish you didn't say. So it's kind of like an uneasy kind of victory, you know? And so that's a lot. And then you have strength in the center, which is talking about resilience and persistence and connecting to your own inner strength and, you know, winning things and managing things via compassion and nurturing versus brutal force, right? Like taming the lion without using brute force. So understanding strength comes from more than just physicality. So that's a lot going on. And then in the middle of it, you know, you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So, a couple different things here. And I'm going to throw out multiple interpretations of these cards, and you just take what resonates, because there's a lot of messages coming through, which makes me think, again, like you have a lot going on in your life, or this is just a diverse group, okay? So not all of these messages are going to resonate, and if they don't, as always, please leave it and just claim whatever is resonating for you. So now that I've said all that, for some of you, you have kicked somebody to the curb with the Five of Swords. Like you have had some kind of disappointment or loss in love. You've had some kind of breakup and you have cut ties. You've kicked them to the curb and you said, I'm done with this. I'm not going to keep putting up with this same nonsense. I'm tired of putting all the effort into this relationship, and you can leave, you know, like I'm good. And so, you know, you're focusing on getting your life together, picking up the pieces, figuring it out, and that's why you've got so much going on. For others of you, it's more so like the type of person, like you're just done with a certain type of person. You're done with someone who's emotionally immature, someone who cannot provide you passion, someone who just does not fulfill you. You're tired of dating the same loser over and over again. God, what's that song by Lana Del Rey where she's like, oh, I fell for another loser, crying in my cup of coffee because I fell for another loser. It's a song on her Lust for Life album. Man, what is the name of that song? I'll put the name of the song in the description box because I'm just blanking on it right now. But anyway, that's kind of the energy. Like you're crying into your cup of coffee because you fell for another loser and you're sick of it. You know, that's how the energy is for some of you. You know, for others of you, you're doing your best to manage everything you got going on in your life. And in the back of your mind, you're like, I would like love to come in, but I'm holding out for the right type of person. So that person could be the King of Wands or it could be the Queen of Cups, okay? So maybe if you are resonating with the Queen of Cups, you're like, oh, I'm the Queen of Cups. I'm emotionally intelligent. I am spiritual. I am someone who maybe is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you know? I'm very intuitive. I'm very nurturing and compassionate. I'm a divine feminine. You know, if you're resonating with that energy, then maybe you are calling forth a King of Wands and you want someone who's passionate and charismatic and funny and quirky and different, and someone who, you know, is a divine masculine and someone who's mature enough to be a king. And that's the type of person you're wanting. You know, it could be the reverse. Maybe you're the King of Wands and you're wanting a Queen of Cups. And I will say with water and fire, maybe you're looking for someone who's going to balance you out, the divine feminine to your divine masculine, or vice versa. You know, the fire to your water. You know, you're wanting someone who is matched with you but is different enough for it to be interesting and exciting. So that could also be. And maybe, you know, you're always dating someone who's like a page of pentacles, I don't know. And you're wanting someone who is at the level of a king or a queen. And that's the energy that you're calling forth. Or maybe you're wanting someone who embodies both of these energies. So just take whatever resonates. Okay. Like someone who's emotionally fulfilling, but also someone who keeps things exciting and you can have that passionate physical intimacy. You know, that could be a thing. So we have trust, we have healing, we have forgiveness, and we have self-love. So we'll just move this little strawberry out the way. So I do think that for most of you, you've been through some kind of heartbreak, or again, it's been a series of losses, disappointments, situationships, things that just didn't pan out. You know, you're not attracting the right sort of person that you're interested in. And so Spirit is asking you to trust them, you know, trust that you can have a relationship that is going to meet your needs and that's going to satisfy you. But in the meantime, you've got to heal. And you got to forgive and let go. And that forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's for your own growth, your own self-development, your own self-love. You deserve to let go of anger and resentment. You deserve to heal. So to do that, you have to forgive. And again, like it's for your highest good, not for theirs. And trust yourself too, because I think that if you have had disappointments in love, part of this healing is going to be trusting yourself and your own discernment to choose the right person the next time you are, you know, in a situation where you're dating again. Okay. We have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and we have step out of your comfort zone. So North Node here. Sagittarius is the explorer, right? So I think Spirit is encouraging you to put yourself out there when you're ready, okay? So like when you are going through that healing process and you start to feel like, yes, like I love myself, I'm feeling good about myself, you know, I know what I want, then it's time to step out. You know, don't stay in hermit mode, get out there, put yourself out there, you know, just be brave enough to seek what you're wanting, really, in love. So pile 1 and pile 2 was kind of about passivity and waiting to receive and just trusting in divine timing. Yours is quite a different message here, pile 3. It's saying, yes, do your healing, do all of that, but when you're ready, it's time for you to step out and for you to go after what you're wanting. So pile 1 and pile 2 are waiting kind of on divine timing. For you, pile 3, it's more of on your clock. Like when you feel ready, step out of your comfort zone and go after what you want. There's no waiting around. We have sneaky, karmic, underhanded, deceit, lies, and secrets. I think you've kicked that to the curb. I think this is your past. We have growth, self-help, personal development. Yeah, that's the healing, that's the self-love. That's the good that's coming out of all this. Third party, man, some of you guys have been through it. Affair, cheating, workaholic, family issues. Ego, focused on material things, actions from a place of fear. Let's actually just move this. This is your future, or your present moment even. These cards, I think, are talking about your past experiences in love. No wonder you're fed up, pile 3. Lessons, learning from the past, ending toxic cycles, past life lessons. Yep, all of this was for your growth. and it's hard and it's tough and it feels like, man, did I really have to learn the hard way? You know, like, wasn't there an easier way to get through all this? But the good news is that all of this is behind you, and all you have to do now is feel what you need to feel, learn the lesson, grow from it, say thank you, and move on. Maybe even for some of you, physically moving, because Sagittarius can talk about travel. So some of you may end up like just completely moving somewhere else for a fresh new start. It's not going to resonate for all of you, but could be a thing for some of you. Could even be that you, work so hard on your healing and your self-development, and then you decide, I'm going to take a vacation, and then you end up meeting someone on your vacation. I could see that being a thing as well. All right. We've got no. We've got yes. And we've got communicate clearly. Spirit is funny today. Spirit is really, really funny. Okay, your guides have a sense of humor, and I'm loving it. Communicate to your guides what it is that you're wanting, and communicate also to other people what your expectations are, what your standards are, what you will and will not tolerate, what you're looking for, what your goals are. Like, just be very clear and honest. Sagittarius energy is blunt. Like, it is honest. It is like Nene Leakes, Nicki Minaj kind of energy, okay? Like, just say how you feel and say what you want and make that claim. So communicate what the kind of person that you're looking for, like, have that conversation with Spirit, but then also in your real life, make that clear to people when you go out on dates. Like, what are you wanting? Like, if you don't make your intentions clear, then what is meant for you cannot find you. So set those intentions, decide clearly what you want, and then communicate those needs. But I think that Pile 1 and Pile 2 had a lot of like mysticism and divine timing and kind of like soulmate kind of energy, whereas you, Pile 3, really feels like the focus here is on free will and you deciding what you want and then going after it. Like, take care of your healing and then go after what you want, and be very clear and direct about what you want to say yes to and what you want to say no to. So we have maturity. I think you're growing up, like, you're seeking people who are also mature, but you yourself are growing up so much. You have learned so much. And the greatest gift out of all these karmic connections, or even just one significant karmic relationship, is that you're coming home to yourself. And so you know what you want because you know who you are. Yin and yang. Okay, I swear I said this before, that you're looking for your equal match. You're looking for someone to balance you out. Divine feminine, divine masculine, water, fire. You're looking for someone to provide you that balance. Like, you're wanting someone who is just... I don't want to say you're looking for someone to complete you, but you're looking for someone to complement you. That's what you're looking for. Commitment. So yes, and I think for some of you, maybe you're scared to say you want this. Maybe you're scared to admit that this is what you're actually seeking because you have been through the ringer and back. Like, all those cards we were getting, third party, karmic, toxic, sneaky, like, none of that's desirable. Like, I can imagine you would be gun shy about commitment, or maybe scared to admit that you want this because you don't want to be disappointed again. But be brave enough to say you deserve it, Pile 3. All right, so this was your reading, Pile 3. I hope it brought you some clarity. I hope it brought you the messages that you needed to hear, some encouragement, some support. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. If you want to see more singles readings, just comment down below. And yeah, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. I would like to express so much thanks and gratitude for everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you, of course. And have a great day, Pile 3.